All right, we're talking Cardinals football, so we bring in a friend of the show, Tyler Drake, Arizona Sports Cardinals reporter and co-host of the Cardinals Quarter podcast. Tyler, you were in Indy all week long. You were there for the joint practices. Just let me know how it went. What did you think?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing that stood out was how much water hit the field, especially on Thursday. Felt like it was like a 2 hour monsoon throughout the whole thing. But honestly, there was a lot of good work that got put in on both sides of the football. Personally, I thought it was a wide receiver showing on both sides of the football. Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., uh, Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride quietly had big days too. So, yeah, I mean, definitely some added work. Definitely gave the vibes of another preseason, I guess, pseudo game, especially during the Thursday when they all went into the 2 minute drill. That really cranked things up a bit. But yeah, a little more intensity than a normal practice. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little more intense on the first day, but it cranked up the second day. And honestly, I think the most intense part of it all was probably the special teams unit because DJ Dallas had a couple of big hits, big collisions that I don't think sat very well with the Colts, but what JG wanted to get out of it, no fights. So that was the big thing, big win there. And yeah, they got a lot of tape to go through now.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on Marvin Harrison Jr. You mentioned him. It was a homecoming of sorts for him, as we all know. His father's a Hall of Fame wide receiver for the Colts, Marvin Harrison Sr. He looked pretty good in those joint practices, and I'm sure that was exciting for him to be back with the Colts, a team that he used to wear their jersey as a kid.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell, like, just getting out there, seeing he saw so many different people wearing Colts. Edgerrin James was out there. I believe he saw Reggie Wayne out there. So there was just a lot of, yeah, like you said, a big homecoming. And I thought it was really cool just during preseason warmups against the Colts. He was catching balls like right underneath where his dad's nameplate for the Ring of Honor was. So that was kind of just a cool little added aesthetic to everything. But yeah, you could tell he was having fun out there. I think Thursday he was out there dancing a little bit in the rain. But yeah, he's looking really smooth. He's looking really. He transitioned from just practice into these joint practice work into yeah. I mean, just looking really, really, really strong, really comfortable. Him and Kyler look like they've got a good connection, still building. But yeah, he's really checking all the boxes in my opinion of what they all thought he was going to be coming into, just getting picked number 4 overall.
And when it comes to the running game, it seems like it's kind of where the Cardinals picked up where they left off last year with difficulty stopping the run. The Colts ran for like 166 yards or something like that. And then when it comes to the Cardinals running the ball, a lot of Trey Benson in this game.
Yeah, and I thought he really took a step forward from last week. I believe he had like 8 carries, a similar workload that he had last week, but he definitely showed more of his vision and shiftiness. He had a couple where I thought he could have gone the distance, have it not been for like a last second tackle. But honestly, he really could have had a lot more yardage if it weren't for the penalties that the Cardinals really, really built up over the course of him being out there and the rest of everybody being out there because it was just a rough showing on that side of things. But yeah, Benson really, really showed a lot of potential, a lot of big play potential, I thought.
Look, I know it's preseason, right? You're going to have penalties, but boy, there were a lot of penalties for the Cardinals, kind of sloppy at times. And I'm sure Coach Gannon is not going to be happy with that.
No, he was not. Post game, that's how he started the press conference. He very just matter of fact said, we came out there, we played physically, we played violently, but we did not come with our brains. And he put that on solely on himself and the coaching staff, and that's something they have got to fix because, like he said, they had a couple of takeaways in that game, and if it weren't for that, they would have got the brakes beat off of them. That's what he said. And I think that's exactly right. It just that can't happen. I think it was 11 penalties for 82 yards. And whoever you are, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs or you're the Arizona Cardinals or whoever you are, that can't happen. You're not going to win games like that, no matter if it's preseason, regular season. You're out playing backyard football. Like those things cannot happen. You have to be more disciplined than that. And so I think they're going to get a lot of work in this week. They're probably looking at that tape and dissecting it and seeing what went wrong. Definitely some things to clean up. Luckily, there's a little bit of left of preseason to do that. But yes, Gannon was very adamant about, hey, we've got to clean this up or we're not going to win any games.
Well, hey, you're making plays too, man. We appreciate your time. We know you're busy with the Cardinals Corner podcast, and we appreciate you coming on with us and talking about. Yeah, I love the t-shirt. I want one of those shirts, by the way. And I know you're also busy becoming a dad for a second time. You got a baby on the way. Look, if it's a boy, I think Richard's a great name, and if it's a girl, I think Ricarda is also a cool name. It's a big popular name on TikTok right now. So just some options for you as you wait for the birth of your second child in September.
Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah. We'll definitely put that in the mix of potential names. Don't worry, I got you.